The sun had just risen over the towering skyscrapers of New York City, casting a golden glow over the concrete jungle. In a small, run-down apartment in Harlem, a young black man named Jamal stirred awake. He rubbed the sleep from his eyes, yawned, and swung his legs over the side of the bed. Jamal's life had been a struggle from the very beginning. Born to a single mother who worked multiple jobs just to make ends meet, Jamal had grown up in poverty. His father had left when he was just a child, and his mother had done her best to raise him on her own. But despite her efforts, Jamal had always felt like he was missing out. He had big dreams, but he didn't know how to make them a reality. As he got dressed and ready for the day, Jamal's mind wandered to his job at the local grocery store. He had been working there for a few years, but he knew it wasn't going to take him where he wanted to go. He wanted more. He wanted to be successful. He wanted to be rich. Jamal headed out into the bustling streets of Harlem, joining the throngs of people rushing to and fro. He walked to the grocery store, his feet pounding the pavement in time with the beat of the music playing in his headphones. As he worked, Jamal's mind continued to wander. He thought about all the things he wanted to achieve, all the things he wanted to buy. He wanted a nice car, a big house, and a fat bank account. He wanted to be able to take care of his mother, to give her the life she deserved. But as the day wore on, Jamal's thoughts turned to the harsh reality of his situation. He was just a poor black man from Harlem, working a dead-end job for minimum wage. He didn't have the education, the connections, or the resources to make his dreams a reality. Feeling defeated, Jamal trudged home after his shift, his feet heavy with the weight of his own despair. But as he walked, something inside of him began to stir. He thought about all the people he had met, all the stories he had heard. He thought about the struggles of his own mother, and the sacrifices she had made for him. And then, like a bolt of lightning, it hit him. Jamal realized that he didn't have to be held back by his circumstances. He didn't have to be defined by his poverty, his lack of education, or his limited resources. He could create his own destiny. He could make his own luck. With newfound determination, Jamal quickened his pace, his feet pounding the pavement with renewed purpose. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he was ready to put in the work. He was ready to hustle. Over the next few weeks, Jamal threw himself into his job, working extra hours and taking on additional responsibilities. He also started taking classes at night, studying business and entrepreneurship. He devoured books and articles, soaking up as much knowledge as he could. And then, one day, Jamal had an idea. He would start his own business, a small retail store in Harlem. He would sell clothing and accessories, targeting the local community. He would create jobs, stimulate economic growth, and make a name for himself. With the help of a small loan from a local nonprofit, Jamal was able to turn his dream into a reality. He found a small storefront, hired a few employees, and stocked up on inventory. And then, with a sense of pride and accomplishment, he opened the doors to his new business. It wasn't easy, of course. There were long hours, sleepless nights, and countless challenges. But Jamal persevered, using his determination and resourcefulness to overcome every obstacle. And then, slowly but surely, the business began to take off. Customers started to trickle in, and then pour in. The store became a hub of activity, a gathering place for the local community. Jamal's brand became synonymous with quality, style, and community. As the months turned into years, Jamal's business continued to grow. He expanded his product line, hired more employees, and opened new locations. He became a respected leader in the Harlem business community, known for his innovative spirit and his commitment to giving back. And then, one day, Jamal received an offer he couldn't refuse. A large corporation wanted to buy his business, offering him a substantial sum of money. Jamal was torn, but he knew it was an opportunity he couldn't pass up. The sale of his business made Jamal a rich man, but it also gave him the freedom to pursue his true passions. He started a foundation, dedicated to supporting young entrepreneurs from underprivileged backgrounds. He invested in real estate, creating affordable housing for low-income families. And he continued to give back to his community, using his wealth and influence to make a positive impact. Years later, Jamal looked out over the Harlem skyline, feeling a sense of pride and accomplishment. He thought back to his humble beginnings, to the struggles he had faced and the obstacles he had overcome. He remembered the long hours, the sleepless nights, and the countless sacrifices he had made to achieve his dreams. But most of all, he remembered the people who had helped him along the way. His mother, who had worked tirelessly to provide for him. His friends, who had supported him through thick and thin. And the community, who had embraced him and his business. Jamal's thoughts were interrupted by the sound of his phone ringing. He answered it, and on the other end was a young man named Marcus. Mr. Jamal, I hope I'm not disturbing you, Marcus said. My name is Marcus, and I'm a student at the local community college. I've been following your story, and I have to say, I'm truly inspired. Jamal smiled, remembering when he was once in Marcus's shoes. What can I do for you, Marcus? He asked. I was wondering if I could meet with you, Marcus replied. I have an idea for a business, and I would love to get your feedback. Jamal agreed to meet with Marcus, and a few days later, they sat down at a coffee shop in Harlem. Marcus pitched his idea to Jamal, who listened intently. The idea was for a sustainable energy company, one that would provide affordable energy solutions to low-income communities. Jamal was impressed by Marcus's passion and vision. He saw a lot of himself in the young man, and he knew that he had to help. I'll tell you what, Marcus, Jamal said. I'll give you the funding you need to get your business off the ground. But in return, I want you to promise me one thing. What's that? Marcus asked. I want you to pay it forward, Jamal replied. I want you to help others who are just starting out, just like I did. Can you promise me that? Marcus nodded eagerly, tears of joy in his eyes. I promise, Mr. Jamal. I won't let you down. Jamal smiled, knowing that he had made the right decision. He had paid it forward, just like his mother had done for him all those years ago. As Jamal walked out of the coffee shop, he felt a sense of pride and fulfillment. He knew that he had made a difference in Marcus's life, just like others had made a difference in his. And as he looked out at the vibrant streets of Harlem, he knew that he would always be committed to paying it forward, to helping others achieve their dreams, just as he had achieved his own. The story of Jamal's journey from poverty to wealth, from struggle to success, was one of inspiration and hope. It showed that with hard work, determination, and a little bit of luck, anyone could achieve their dreams, no matter where they came from or what obstacles they faced. And as for Jamal, he continued to live his life with purpose and passion. Always looking for ways to make a positive impact on the world. He knew that he had been blessed, and he was determined to use his blessings to make a difference in the lives of others.